I think we're good.
Yep. 1 second over here. What the fuck is going? There we go. All right. We are about good. There we go.
Yeah. You know what time it is. Friday night. The clock. Get yourself a warm. Light up that fireplace. Get real nice and cozy. There's some love. You gotta smoke a little bit of that green stuff. Relax. Sit back. Open your ears. It's Cultured'n'S shit.
All right, there we go.
Hello.
Man, hello.
Good afternoon.
Good. Definitely past afternoon, unless you were just wishing afternoon to. I don't know where in the world right now. It would
Shout
be.
out to somewhere in the time zones. Europe.
Is it?
Europe? What time is it in Europe?
Is it? I don't think it's. Is it afternoon in Europe? I don't know how time.
It's probably morning.
I don't know how time works.
It's probably early morning.
Time confuses me, man.
Maybe
It's a bummer.
Maybe in Russia it's the afternoon.
Okay.
Shout out to our Russian fans out there.
Shout out to the Russian fans.
listen
Might be
to
afternoon there.
Tuning in to talking.
Tuning in to
and
talk cultured and shit. Get it going.
shit. And I hope you enjoy the show. Shout out to Vladimir Putin.
No, we're not shouting out Vladimir Putin, man.
No,
I'm not shouting him out.
for
bro.
real though.
That's a anti-shot. We're cutting that from the record. All right, Yasha, how was your week, man? You just cracked a Coke, bro.
I cracked a Coke because I don't have beer. So my
I
week
have
was
wine,
great.
but I do not have a wine opener.
Yeah, I saw this kid literally on his bed, on his phone,
Yeah.
finding a cork screw for a wine. But he thought it was too cheap, so he had to find something to buy on top of it. Just so he
It was one of those add-on items.
Oh, I
You need
know
like
you.
a minimum 25.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You need like.
But if
or
I
else you're
can't
gonna get-
justify putting anything else in my cart, I don't buy it.
There you go. You just won capitalism.
That's
Congratulations.
That's my
You beat
own little
the Amazon system.
rebellion against
Good
Amazon.
job.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Fuck Jeff
Um,
Bezos.
You just won. All right. Well, let's get into it, man. Well, how was your week, actually? I didn't ask you. That was rude of me. How was your week?
Yeah, let me just process the offense that I've just taken.
It's okay.
I'm
Understand.
good now.
Shout out to Brian in the week.
I've been just gaming. Just gaming.
Just
and
gaming.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, because school's over.
I'm finally going to start studying this coming Monday.
Cool.
So my last week of
Not studying.
doing nothing.
All right. Nice. Yeah, my week was full of nothing. But you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, I had a terrible fucking week, man. I spent the week preparing for this draft by watching movies from the director who we decided to take for this draft, which is Mr. Zack Snyder. And let me tell you,
He's a virgin.
is what
He's a Zack Snyder virgin.
who me? I almost was basically. And wow, man, those movies, holy shit. Well, we're gonna get into it in the draft, but you know, so for the people back home, the reason why we're doing this week, we are doing a worst moments from Zack Snyder movies draft. And the reason being is that Mr. Snyder himself is all over the news this week because he has a new movie coming out, Army of the Dead, a movie about mercenaries in a zombie apocalypse trying to steal some shit in Vegas. Yeah, that's the plot.
Wow. That's a lot.
And because of that, well, Yasha, why wouldn't we do best Snyder moments drafts, Yasha? Why would we do worst Snyder moments
Because
draft?
there are no best.
It'd be
Unless
a
you were
very
just
short
doing one
draft.
movie.
One round.
Unless you were just doing one movie.
One round, one pick.
One round, one pick.
Whoever gets.
So what's your feeling? Tell the people at home before we get into the draft and the rules. What are your feelings on Zack Snyder?
Zack Snyder. Ambitious man. Very ambitious. Big vision. 13x4 vision. Fucking insane. But most of his movies are jack shit insane. Batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I do not care for any Zack Snyder movie from when I was watching as a kid to now. I don't give a fuck for.
And just for the people who, I'm sure that most of the people are going to watch this show.
But
are
it's
Zack
literally
Snyder.
a movie.
Yeah.
I can watch once and I'll remember the whole fucking movie.
Because of, well, maybe that's because his visuals are striking, which they are. He does have good visuals. To all those Snyder lovers out there that are going to hate this episode, by the way, bring in that hate. I love it. I'd love to see tons of hate in the comments.
I love it too.
Bring it. Bring it. I'll feast off that
I hate my life, so you can tell.
Feast off of it, just like Batman and BVS. So for the people who do not know who Zack Snyder is, and for some reason you're still watching this episode, you probably have seen at least one of his movies. He did. I don't know why I'm rubbing my stomach like that. He has done. He did Dawn of the Dead. He did 300. He did Watchmen. The fucking Owls of Gahul movie. I don't even.
I read
Guardians
when I was younger.
Okay.
Pretty good, but I don't know about the movie.
I remember no one watched it. He did Sucker Punch, and then of course he has done his trilogy of DC movies: Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, aka worst title ever for a movie.
Yeah.
That could almost be a Zack Snyder moment for the draft. Honestly,
You could have just called it.
That was a bad moment, but anyways, and then and most recently Zack Snyder's Justice League, which we all actually watched together.
We actually watched all of it.
Yeah,
we watched all of the 4 hours.
We took like what 3 breaks, but we managed.
We took
we
4
managed.
breaks.
Yeah, we got through it
so much.
So I watched almost all of those movies this week. I got up to BVS, and then I just couldn't do it because I'd already seen that movie, and I just couldn't do it to myself. All right, so should we just get into the draft? Yasha's feeling hyped this week. I gotta say this, Yasha, you should be feeling hyped. This is a big draft for you. Like, if you lose this draft, you are officially like a choke artist, I would say, because this is your draft, bro. This is your draft.
Watch yourself, bitch.
This is your draft. You are the biggest Snyder anti-fan I think I know, and I'm.
Here's the
That's
issue
why I
with
prepared
that.
so hard for this draft.
Here's the issue with that. I have a love-hate thing for him. Mostly hate. I only love 3 of his films.
Okay.
But those 3 films... Well, actually, no. I only like 2 of his films. But even with those 2 films that I like, they have a lot of stupid-ass moments.
Yeah.
And are fucking terrible and make no sense.
So, let's get into it. I'll go through the rules real quick here. Cultured and shit. First, worst Snyder movie draft. Rules, 4 rounds of the draft today. We're going to have 3 standard rounds followed by 1 wild card round. Rule number 2, all picks are final. So if you make a pick, you can't just be like halfway through, oh, no, I'd rather do this. No, all picks are final.
That's towards me.
Order, it was, because you're that guy who, when you play, Josh is the guy when he plays, like a chess, he'll like put his thing down and then someone will be like, ooh, checkmate. He'll be like, no, I did that. Anyways, rule number 3, order remains consistent. There's not going to be any trades in this draft because there's only 3 of us. And order is going to be determined by us selecting the highest card from the deck that Brian is about to shuffle. Aces are high, bitches. Rule number 4, high noon occurs during between rounds 2 and 3. And draft-specific rules, we are drafting the worst moments in Snyder movies. So your first overall pick should be the worst moment in a Zack Snyder movie. Rule number 2 is all movie moments must come from scenes directed by the man, the myth, the legend, the Zack Snyder himself. And then number 3, you cannot choose overlapping scenes. So let's say Yasha chose like one scene. Brian can't be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to pick that scene too, but I'm going to pick a different aspect of that scene that I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
So
No overlapping
clearly
scenes.
emphasize the scene that you're talking about.
Yeah. So we don't have any of that
There's clear
nonsense going on.
There's clear moments, so
Yeah.
it won't be ambiguous.
Yeah, as I said, I'm just saying that we could get it. Like, I'm very curious to see how this draft is going to work. I think there's a clear number 1 overall pick, and then after that, we can go fucking anywhere. Like, we could go anywhere.
That
So you
ace.
think
is-
there's a clear number 1?
I think there's a clear number 1.
that
So
ace is key.
getting that ace right now would
That
be nice.
ace is key. 'Cause
All right.
I know. I'm looking at
There's,
Sean
yeah,
right now.
we both know what it is.
I know.
We know what it is. You know what
If
it
you
is.
see me
too,
pounce, you'll know why.
Brian. All right, Brian. Let's hand him
We're
out,
good?
dog. Yeah, let's do it, brother.
All right.
I'll take the first one. No, not the worst. Not the worst. 10.
3.
8.
Woo! Yes, sir. All right. 1 second.
I just lost the draft.
Yeah! The competition begins. Prepare yourselves for round 1. Fight!
Yeah, sir. All right. There you go.
Alright, there we go.
Round 1 officially begins.
This is
The pick, number 1 overall pick, is locked in. Martha, bro.
Fuck you!
Martha, sir.
Fuck
Ladies
you!
and gentlemen, it is Martha. That is the number 1 overall pick. Jeez! I'm sorry. I got excited. I'm so excited I got to pick Martha. I'm so excited. So I'm just going to say real quick with Martha. We all agree that it's the worst. This is one of the worst scenes in movie history. Like,
Yeah.
history, bro. Like, this is a horrible, horrible movie scene. It's so bad. And how I describe it is, and I've described it to you guys like this before, but I'm going to do it to the folks from home. I teach kindergarten, believe it or not, between all this swearing, but I do teach.
Yeah.
I was teaching a kindergarten class, and this moment from BVS is just like something you see among kindergartners. You got like Batman versus Superman. You Brian, be Superman for me, okay? I'll be Batman, all right? Just act out Superman for me. I'm gonna come up to you. I'm gonna be like, I hate you. What are you gonna say back? You're gonna tell me
too.
Yeah? Well, my mom's name is Martha.
Me too. Martha. That's my.
Your mom's name is Martha too?
Yeah. We're best friends.
We're best friends now! We're best friends! That's the scene. It's literally
That's
kindergarten
literally
logic.
And then
It's-
there's
it's-
Lois.
I mean,
It's pathetic. It's horrible. I haven't even seen it in years, but it's drilled into my mind as
My
one of the
favorite
worst
part
scenes.
of it is Lois having to explain to Batman, who still has a spear pointing at his chest.
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name. And then, the flashback. Then, what's his dad? Alfred.
I mean, that was obvious though, right? Like, I think we all knew that. You know, each one of us would have that as.
It's like that's like I feel like we don't even really need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like really, honestly, unless we got anything other than to add, it's the worst scene.
That's it.
It's the worst. All right. So, Brian, you are as I said, unless you guys have anything that you want to say where it's not the worst scene.
No.
No. So we all yield the floor. We yield the floor. That was the number 1 overall pick. All right, Brian, you get the 2nd overall pick. Yasha, you're down to number 3, bro.
I know.
All right.
That was bad luck, bro.
I think I have to go with Justice League, the after credits scene with Joker.
Ooh, that's a good choice. Can you break it down
Yes.
for the people back home? What happens there?
So we're in this like post-apocalyptic setting where all these disparate characters need to band up just for sheer necessity,
Yeah.
and that necessity has paired a very Joker-hating Batman with Joker sitting on a hood of a car, I think, just rambling nonsense.
Yeah, randomly complete nonsense.
Being there for no reason.
Everything is orange.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know why.
lots of dust.
Yeah, the apocalypse. Lots of
Um,
dust, apparently.
Batman trying to be very angry, but not very convincing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mentioning certain characters, you know, that will get the fanboys going.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god! In this timeline, Joker already
Harley Quinn, she's dead. Yeah. 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 All I could say is that was a really bad scene, and I think the worst part about that scene is that it was like built just like the Martha scene. That like that fight between Batman and Superman had been built up for like well over like a couple of years by the time people finally got to see it. That Joker scene was so hyped up on the internets.
I was honestly surprised they didn't.
Everyone was like, what's gonna happen with this Joker? Nothing. He's just gonna come on and preach nihilistic, crazy bullshit.
Nothing. It's a depressed.
Nothing
Robin.
happens with it.
All you get is
okay,
it was Robin.
And he like teases Batman a little. Like,
yeah.
You know you want to kill me, but you can't, motherfucker.
But you can't.
Like,
Yeah.
Batman going, oh.
And I believe
Like,
that's one of the only scenes that they like shot
That was
specifically for
after.
the Justice League cut. Yeah, man, that's a bad scene.
It was.
I
Really
want to
badly
say it's the
done.
second. Like I'll be honest though, I did not have this one on my list. It's a good pick.
This one though, I don't think it was the worst out of that film.
Out of that
In my
film.
opinion,
Okay.
of all that, I mean, there's more.
Okay, all right.
But
so you
that
don't
one
wanna say-
can be.
Why is it not that bad?
I personally think it's just for nostalgic reasons. It's not that
Yeah.
bad because it's Snyder trying to tease that there's going to be more of this, even though there isn't.
I mean, that's why it's so bad.
I feel like that's exactly why
like,
it's so bad.
But at the same time, it's just like
It's-
people.
it's
well,
directed
for the
terribly.
fans specifically.
There's
people
no
were
reason
hoping
for it
for
other
it.
than what Yasha's saying. Just
Yeah.
for the fans.
But I think at the same time, though, Brian is valid because in the trailer they made it seem like Joker had such a bigger.
That's what I'm saying. They made it seem like that was like for all we know, like that's not
clickbait.
even our like man. Yeah, no, that's a shit scene.
Yeah,
It's
a bad scene.
Again, is it the number 2 overall scene? I think
Probably
there's a
not.
couple of scenes
There's a
that we're gonna come up with here that are a little bit worse. But I will say, I think you might be suffering from a little recency bias there, Brian.
a little bit.
You know,
I
we did sit through it for 4 hours to finally see that scene.
thought maybe like the way the scene started, I was like, okay, this is like maybe some redeeming, and then just so it might be still a little raw for me.
Yeah, as I said, it might be. We'll see. Again, I don't think we want to say too much right now in round 1 about the why there are worse picks for that. But that wasn't actually on my list. Yasha, Brian, do you can see the floor?
You see?
I can see.
Okay.
Yasha, go into it, brother.
Well,
Pick
first of
number
all, fuck you for taking my number 1 pick. But anyway,
That was
three.
our number 1 pick.
our number 1 pick.
Who's the group's number one
Anyway,
pick?
this one is, I think, a close second, but is very valid and extremely stupid. It's the beginning of Batman vs. Superman.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne telling us about his flashback about his parents dying. And in the process of it all happening, it shows the flashback going on. His mom dies, his dad gets shot.
Oh yeah.
And then the funeral happens. And then when it makes you think that it's a flashback, he starts floating up in the air with the bats flying around him. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Ben Affleck's like, in my dream. I was like, I thought it was a flashback. And then it went from literally from a
forgot about
flashback
that.
to a fucking dream.
Well,
He literally started like it was a flashback. And then it's like, in the dream. I was like, wait, what? Is it a dream or is it a flashback? It's literally the when I saw it in theaters, this literally shook me. I was like, oh, is this how he became Batman? He floated up into space with bats out of the well? And I was like, in the dream, they come to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
well,
It was a biggest WTF moment when I first saw that movie.
I'll be honest. I don't recall seeing it totally.
It's literally the beginning of the film.
I know. All I do recall though about that was like, really, you have to explain to us that Batman's parents died again.
Exactly.
Like really,
That too.
like you gotta tell us Batman's parents died again.
Can we
What's-
just drop like
I'm being very critical of the scene though. You know why? Because it literally makes it imply that it's a flashback.
So you're
We're
just
seeing
saying,
the origins of Batman, and
So
then
the
he
personal
starts
pain.
floating up in space,
yeah. So
and
you're
then he's
just-
literally like in the dream.
you're
even more
just
biased
saying-
than I am, I think.
Yeah. I don't. That's an interesting pick. I didn't think you were gonna go there. What do you think, Brian? What's your thoughts on that?
So I don't quite remember that scene.
You
yeah.
guys don't remember that scene?
But I mean, the way Yasha describes it, I do remember that scene being there. I just don't remember it like very well.
Visually, like you have to
Like,
watch the
yeah,
film.
I don't see it in my
I
head.
feel like that's why it's
Um,
not so egregiously
Yeah.
terrible.
Maybe
It
like
was
a
terrible.
weak opening.
It was bad. It was a very bad. It was very stupid.
Damn, I wish. You know what? I feel like for that pick, it's just one of those things we're just gonna have to let the audience decide on that pick because Brian and I clearly we don't know enough about it, man. I'm like as I said, that to me makes it seem like it's not the
I
best
think
pick.
it's a good pick.
Right.
It's a valid pick. There are many more to come.
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about it? I don't even. Like again, like I just don't think it was that
It
bad.
doesn't seem like I took his number 2 choice, so that was his number 2 that he had, and I don't know. I think I chose a better number 2.
No, you didn't. You always
I
was like,
shat on your Joker pick. I wasn't overly critical, but I was a little harsh. And yeah, that was a lot worse, Yasha. Yasha's choking, man. He's choking already. Choking already, buddy. There we go. Yasha's already in his fuck you pose. He's got his feet up on camera. Doesn't even give a shit. He's just like, I do what I want. I do what I want. All
I
right.
think it's a bad scene.
All right, go.
You know what? I don't remember it well enough. I say we go on to round 2.
Yeah, that's okay. That's
But
okay.
before we go on to round 2,
You already know what it is. It's another round. Round 2. Get yourself prepared now. For round 2.
there you go. That's what I had to interrupt the. Oh shit, man! You know what? I just realized I don't even have a pick. Oh man. Okay,
You
so
don't have a pick?
no, I have a pick. See, this is what I was saying. Martha was the obvious answer. The rest of this draft is not exactly obvious.
I think the rest of it depends on like how well you justify it.
Yeah, how well you justify it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay, I can tell you this. Oh my god. All right, so I've got 3 moments from Man of Steel that I'm trying to decide between right now. And you know what? I'm going to go number you know what? I'm going to go with this one cuz I'm going to go with this one. Do you guys remember the scene in Man of Steel when Superman, it's like his first act of heroism in the movie, and he's on the oil rig?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys remember this. I did not remember this until I saw it. In that scene, Superman is on fire. Like, literally, like, on fire.
Oh yeah.
Like, burning. And the CGI is horrible, but, like, that makes no fucking sense. How can you be burning? Like, how can flames be emitting from you, but your body, like, there's nothing that, like, there's no fuel for it. You know what I mean? Like, what's fueling that fire on his body? Because his body's not burning. There's nothing on his body burning. His hair, even, his fucking chest hair, isn't even getting engulfed by the CGI flames. Like,
'Cause it's
there's
Kryptonian
nothing
body hair.
burning on
He's
him,
a Kryptonian.
yet he's on fucking fire,
Because
just chilling out, and everyone's just like, oh, yeah, dude's on fire. Like, no fucking big.
Yeah.
How is he on fire? And I know this might seem like a small choice, and I could have chosen 2 scenes that are way bigger than this. But this scene pissed me off so much. It has been the subject of 1,000 memes. You've seen tons of memes of Superman just on fire because the CGI is horrible.
Yep.
It makes no fucking sense. Like, scientifically, how fire works is there has to be oxygen, and there has to be some sort of thing that's fueling the fucking fire, that's allowing it to burn. And there's nothing in the scene that's burning. It makes no sense. It's a horrible scene. I fucking hate it. So, inevitably, it's a small scene. It doesn't have, like, some huge repercussions across the entire DC universe, but that's not why I'm picking it. I'm picking it because this is a horrible, worst moment. Like, this is them introducing our superhero, Superman, in the 21st century, and he fucking sucks. He's just burning
I
somehow.
personally find that that's one of the better scenes of the film. Not really terrible.
Tell me why.
Well, it's just because it's like showing Superman at first glance. This is
How is he burning?
He doesn't burn.
Yeah, but how are there flames coming off?
Were there flames coming out?
Yeah, there's flames coming off of it.
No, well, that's a CGI issue, but the problem...
No, like, there's literally, like, he is meant to be, like,
Yeah,
he is flames.
He can't be on fire. He's not burning from it.
That's what
That's
I'm saying.
literally what he's saying. Here. Yasha.
Okay, so like if that's the case,
Yeah, look, that's why
Show
I'm
it to
picking
me.
it as. Look at it. He's on motherfucking fire, dude.
yeah, he is on fire.
Like he's on fire.
I thought you were talking like.
Like I almost feel like can you
I
throw
thought
that
you were
up on the
talking, he had,
webcam?
like-
Can you go close to the cam with that for the folks back
Well,
home? Or just
Oh,
this
really?
is some crazy shit.
I thought you were talking like in
Crazy
the film
shit.
that he just had like a piece of park.
No,
on
I
his
mean
back
like
and
he's
on fire.
literally himself. Is
I don't
burning,
remember it being like
but
that.
nothing is burning.
Some high-tech work right there.
Let me see.
High-tech
I need a double
production.
check. I need a double opinion. I did not remember it like that.
Yeah, man, he's like fully like there's flames like literally.
Unless like that
burning
was
off
his.
of him.
Unless like that was his shirt.
No, it wasn't.
The
Took
only
off
point,
the shirt.
The only point is just to show that, oh look, he's like invulnerable.
He's
I know, but like it's such a stupid way to do so. You know what I mean?
It's like the way
Zack Snyder was
Charmander's
probably like
tail
thinking to himself,
was
"Oh yeah,
on
when he's
fire.
saving the people on the oil rig, his clothes are going to catch on fire." Obviously, I think that was his justification for it.
Well, no, he wasn't wearing like a shirt ever.
I
in
say
that
it's
scene.
fitting for a second spot, but probably not the worst.
Like, yeah, this is a second round pick, right? But I think it's just a horrible.
I think there's a lot of good scenes where
I think it was just such a bad scene. I remember it in theaters being like, this is bad, this is lame, there's nothing cool about this. And like, as I said, everything that I believed, I rewatched that movie and it was just like, that stuck out to me as
see, here's
just
the
like
difference between you and me.
egregiously bad.
You're going on for special effects as worst scenes, whereas I'm looking at the actual narrative and structure of the
Well,
film.
hold up. I'm not just saying, yeah. Again, that's what I said. This scene is not a narrative thing. It's no big thing for the DC universe. And maybe you can shit on it because of that. But the reason that this scene sucks is there's no reason he should be burning. It's not possible. That scientifically makes
so
no
it
sense.
sucks because he's on fire.
Basically, yeah.
The fuck? Brian,
If he wasn't on fire, it would have been
any
fine
other appeals, testimonies, trials?
for your pick.
It's not bad.
You're into it. I can tell you like this pick. Admit it. You could say it. You like it,
Like there's solid logic behind your choice.
right? It's a stupid
I'll-
pick.
Oh.
And it's all over the internet still, 10 years later. All right, Brian, I could see the floor. You go ahead.
There's two things I could choose here, but I think I'll go with this one. Arguably, actually, the best scene in the Justice League.
I'm about to
But-
throw my fucking.
Oh, you're going Justice League again.
Yeah,
I'm
Back to
gonna
back.
throw-
I like it.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him.
it's when it's the mother box scenes, right? And we see
Yeah.
each like race, doing a pretty good job of their version of keeping it safe. The humans bury it in like 2 feet.
Yeah, that seems awesome.
Like, granted that humanity, wasn't as developed back then, you could still like rile
What do
up
you mean
like
it wasn't back to
like a
How do you think they got to that
Yeah,
location?
they still were able to defeat him,
Yeah.
humanity.
I
so-
How do you think they got to that location? They went on the spaceship with the fucking.
I forgot about
at least
that
get
scene.
100 guys and like dig a deeper hole. Like I know like humanity doesn't have like their own special thing that they could do.
The
with it,
humans could literally just.
but
The humans could have literally asked one of the alien races that were fighting alongside them, "Hey, you want to take this?" So you don't have to fucking deal with it.
Man, that is such a
It's actually the greatest scene.
that is a phenomenal choice.
If we can have the rights to Justice League
Wow.
and show you guys that scene,
like
That's
that
why
scene is amazing.
that's why I'm excited. No. He is on the money. That is
That scene's
it
amazing.
was but it was so hilarious though, because you see like fucking the Amazonians create this like massive like temple structure
And they
with
have
like
fucking bows
guards on call,
pointed at it.
fucking just hundreds of them chilling in this
Same
thing,
with the Atlanteans.
always ready. The Atlanteans and then humans
fucking
are like
Kraken, right?
humans are like fucking
they had a Kraken guarding there.
dug it.
No,
We dug for about 5 minutes.
it was like this deep.
Yeah,
Like
we
the
dug
box
for
is
about
like this
5
big.
minutes. Threw it in there. That is a. I'm just gonna say right now. I don't even.
It was
Normally
like, it was like 10 guys like just around the thing.
I know I should be shitting on your choice, but that was a fantastic choice. That was excellent. Yasha, do you have anything to say about it? before
No,
your
that
choice?
was a pretty good choice.
I agree with you. It is an amazing scene in terms of.
That was almost my number one.
I think that should have been your number.
That was
one.
my number 3.
I think that was a worse. That was your number 3.
That was my number 3.
Damn, man, you
'cause
guys
for
were
me,
smart to get
right?
these new ones.
Like anything with like a comedic effect,
Yeah,
like doesn't necessarily diminish it, but I don't take it as seriously as like
Martha.
something that was, attempted to be serious or
Martha.
isn't like a serious subject matter.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why although I love comedy, I don't really consider it as like a work of art or like a movie.
Yeah.
Compared to like I don't know, like the first 2 Godfathers, right? So just because that seems a little, it's not serious, right? Like, but it's still really funny.
I think it was supposed to be serious.
Maybe like
I think it was trying to be serious to itself.
at least show like
At least
spend like 10 seconds
Yeah,
of them like digging,
multiple people did.
building a
Yeah.
pyramid.
Yeah.
even.
digging, and like I don't know, like spending like a night, like show us the like
Building
a
like a-
rendition,
I
and,
agree.
like a dark hole, like
Yeah.
throw it, and we don't even hear. It's like this.
Building
you're
like
right.
a fucking labyrinthian or like a fucking puzzle.
Yeah, or something. Like something.
thing.
All right.
That's it.
Yasha,
Oh yeah.
are you ready?
So this one
Is this your number 2 overall pick?
Yeah. So the scene, it's I don't really care anymore because I already lost.
No, you didn't. It's 1 round in, bro.
Where
1 of 4. 1 of 4.
The fact that Superman had in the Batman vs Superman had to testify to the U.S. Senate.
Oh man, I forgot about that scene. Good
That was pretty
choice.
funny.
Good choice. Superman
and
and Senate scene was horrible.
For one aspect, it made no fucking sense.
Yeah.
The things that Superman was doing was not his fault. And the fact that they were posing Superman as some sort of fucking threat because he accidentally, there's photoshopped footage of him killing a village. And
Yeah.
then them pretty much being like, we have to control Superman. I'm like, he is literally a fucking American imperialist in this film.
Yeah, I know.
He can literally be like, he's God. He doesn't have to testify to you.
Yeah, no.
Superman doesn't have to do any of that shit.
If Superman existed, like right now, imagine how much the military would love him.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Imagine.
Well, that's Dr. Manhattan, right? From
Yeah.
Watchmen. That's basically what that is. But and I think you're almost forgetting the worst part about that scene.
Well, I'm about to
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
It's where she's just staring quietly,
Yep.
looking at Superman, and Superman's like,
Holly Hunter, great actress, by the
yeah,
way.
terrible role.
Yeah, terrible role, great actress.
And it's just the funniest like exchange of silence where she's trying to talk, and then she sees the jar of peaches that are a jar of nuts. Was it like a ball sack? I can't remember what it was. I think it was a ball sack,
Yeah.
was it not?
I can't.
Because I remember there was a scene before that where Lex Luthor's like, she said something
It
to
was,
Lex
it was
Luthor.
Peaches, right?
Yeah.
I guess it was Peaches. I don't know. And then she's like looking at them like, why is this on my table? It's this awkward silence, and Superman's just like, and then her turning to the wheelchair guy, and he's just silent too. And then she goes back to the peaches, and then Superman was like, what? And then it goes back to the wheelchair guy, and everything blows up except for Superman.
Oh my god, man. That's what I was waiting for. That was so dumb.
Superman's just sitting in the middle of the fucking Senate building, not looking for anyone who might have survived or caught on fire. He's just sitting
Right now, this is why I knew you were going to be good at this draft, Yasha. I regret not rewatching Batman vs. Superman.
He's just sitting in the fire.
All right.
And this is the worst part about it. He's just sitting in the fire, and the camera revolves around. He's like, oh, and then he flies away to the Himalayas. He literally like looks down. He's like, oh.
Oh, flies away.
I'm sad, but I'm not gonna sit here like an idiot.
I don't know. That was a horrible scene. Brian, how do you feel about that scene? Do you have anything to counteract what he just said?
Solid pick. That was more of a sequence than just a scene, but I'll give him that.
Okay, it's fine. Moment.
There's
It's a moment.
It's a 4-minute scene.
It's
There's
a
nothing redeeming about it.
No.
Unless you're an idiot who's
Unless you like Holly Hunter.
The peaches. I remember the connection with something's gonna happen. Well, no shit. Like so, there's no. It's
No.
a pretty good pick.
Yeah, that was a good pick. That as I said, that pick just made me wish I That pick just made me wish that I'd rewatched Batman versus
I
Superman,
didn't even
which I
watch
did not.
it, dude. I just
I
remember
know
that
you
scene.
just have a memory for fucking Snyder garbage.
I just remember that scene when I saw it. I saw it in the movie theaters once, and I literally was like, "That scene is fucking stupid."
All right.
That's in
So
your memory.
It is high noon because that was a good pick. I'm gonna recap our picks before high noon, and then we'll go do high noon. High noon. So round one, I chose. So my picks so far, I'm just gonna give each of our picks. So I picked Martha scene for round one. In round two, I picked Superman on Fire. How? You both of your choices, I want to point out, have come from the Zack Snyder's Justice League. Round one was the Joker Justice League post-credit scene. Round two was humans burying the mother box. Yasha, both of your choices have come from BVS. Round one was beginning of BVS flashback / dream. And then round two, Superman in the Senate in BVS. This is a tight draft so far, y'all. I'm going to say it. This is a tight draft. I should not have gone with Superman on Fire. But you know what? I got my third round pick. I'm hyped about it. Let's go do some high noon, motherfuckers. And I'm going to put on some sweet, sweet tunage for the people at home.
The thing is that a credit to us or how bad Zack Snyder
Summon all my mercy, boy, it's been hard to find. They say I'm not worthy, but it's always just promised to lie. Not just a courtesy, you are on my mind. How can I bury thee without also committing a crime? I'll say when you're wrong. Do you think I don't worry? Boy, it's all the fucking time. I treat perversely, but human nature's no crime. Right or wrong or all blurry, shouldn't be that hard to find. How can I help thee without also taking a side? I'll say the way you're wrong. I don't care, I don't mind. Just the way you walk, I don't care, I don't mind. Blanket transparency, I haven't always been the kind to get up in a hurry and put it all on the line. I see it's more than partially the fault of me and mine. How can I service thee without also breaking the time? I say where you want. I don't care. I don't mind. My head's throbbing, and I don't know why. Streets throbbing, but it takes so long. I'm falling out of my what's his throbbing, going out of my mind. This yawning, lay down on the line. So throbbing, all that comes out. I'll celebrate. I bet on me. You bet on God. What set me free? You what let me be? Never be enough. One bet on me, bet on my clothes. I heard your letters waiting for down the road. I saw the way. Let me be, I'll never be enough. I bet on you, bet on love.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like it. Set in the mood.
There we go.
Set in the mood. Changing up the lighting. Getting it nice in here. Real nice. Here, let me just.
Sometimes in life, you gotta get away from the competition. Let your head get cleared. Open up your mind to new possibilities and new avenues of thought. Over here at Cultured'n'S, we like taking a break, smoking a little green stuff, and talking buds.
All right, man. All right. So we're back. High noon. Done. We're back. We just had completely legal marijuana from the OCS. We are in Ontario. And we just smoked Good Supplies monkey glue. I don't know. We were just talking about how it should really be called Gorilla Glue because that's definitely what it is. I believe it's GG number 4 if I'm really thinking it. And available through OCS. I picked it up at Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe, sponsor us, guys. I'm gonna say this every fucking week. Peace Pipe,
Please.
sponsor us, guys. Like literally, all you have to do is give us like an 8th every single week.
Just enough for us to, get a taste,
Get a taste, rate it.
review it.
We'll shout you out every episode. We're shouting them out already for free, but you know what? We'll really shout you guys out. Peace Pipe, Oshawa, hook us up, or OCS, hook us up. Any dispensary in the GTA, talk to us.
Please, no, give us a shout.
Give us a shout. Fucking sponsor our show.
We'll do literally.
So that was we'll do literally anything. So that was Good Supplies Monkey Glue. It's an indica hybrid. And let me see what the THC percentage is. 16 to 22%. How did you feel about it? Yasha, you got a rating?
I thought it was okay.
You got a rating out of 10?
5.
Wow. Low. Why? You just don't like the taste or something?
No, that was average. I thought it was okay.
Right.
So if this is indeed Gorilla Glue,
Which
right?
it is. It is. I've smoked a lot of Gorilla.
Yep, by far the smoothest.
Yeah.
That I've ever had. And
Of weed or of Gorilla Glue?
Of weed.
Really? Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
I haven't smoked that many strains, right?
Yeah, no, but
So
you...
given that, still, it doesn't feel like I smoked anything.
Oh, so the high is shit.
The high is good, but
Okay.
like in terms of like irritation,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
like,
no coughing.
no coughing, doesn't taste bad, like smooth. It feels like almost like vaping.
Yeah. So, out of 10?
8.5.
Nice.
Solid 8.5.
Solid 8.5. So for me, Gorilla Glue is my preferred strain of weed.
Why?
It's just the combination of a great high. GG number 4 has a combination of great high plus incredible smoothness that Brian's talking about. Plus, it just has that good weed taste that you want on your tongue when you're smoking some with that ganja. It just has a good taste.
I didn't have it.
And I like that high. Normally, I would. So, and the thing is that I was almost like when I was going to give my rating, I was going to give it on a Gorilla Glue scale, but I'm just going to give it on a weed scale. I'm going to give it an 8.4. I would have given it an 8.6, but it's called Monkey Glue, and that's just stupid to me. Call it what it is. You know what I mean? Don't call a spade a spade.
Is there a reason for that?
I think probably legally, but I don't care. I'm taking off 2.2 points because you know what? It's my fucking scale. I can do what I want.
For legal reasons.
Yeah. So Monkey Glue, you get 8.4, 8.5, 5.0. Real low. All right. Okay. Well,
Share it up. Set it up.
Where you there? Your stupid fucking hat, stupid face. You don't wear all this pussy stoner shit, and we're getting back to the real stuff. It's round 3.
Is that a Cockney accent?
I'll be honest. I don't know what.
It was a mix of Cockney and Nottingham.
I don't know
What
what
are
it
you trying
was.
to do there?
I can't really do an English
Are you
accent.
trying to mimic Idols?
I was trying to go for a punk thing there.
British punk.
British punk thing.
Okay.
It kind of works, right?
You got a little Cockney in there. It was interesting.
I can't do a British accent. Do a Southern one real well, as you can tell by my Talking Buds intro. But
No, it's good.
The solid openers.
all right, thanks guys. I appreciate it. As I said, we have the best openers in any podcast of any realm. All right, round 3.
I'm crying.
Oh my god.
Why am I crying?
So the question is, so last time, so here's where I'm. Can I just explain a little bit where I'm at right now,
Okay.
mentally? I'm trying to decide. Last round, I didn't pick a very consequential pick, right? Like that was just like a random, really bad scene, really bad moment.
No take back.
No, I'm not taking back. What I'm trying to decide now is should I pick something that was super consequential, or should I go with another just really bad scene?
Everything in Zack Snyder's film is
Well,
consequential.
It doesn't have to be consequential. Just that scene alone can be bad.
Okay.
Um,
Well, in that case, you know what? Since this is this podcast technically gets broadcasted on a music-based website. I'm not gonna say who. I am going to go with the inconsequential again, and I am going to pick a scene that is related to music. One of my musical fellow Canadian icons. He's an icon. I look up to him. Worship him. Leonard Cohen, and easily one of his greatest songs of all time is Hallelujah. Right? Like, you can just agree with me on that, right? Anyways, let's not get too heavy into it, but here's what I'm talking about. You know what almost destroyed that beautiful, incredible, magnificent song from the heavens for me? Watching fucking Malin Ackerman and Night Owl, Patrick, whatever his fucking name is, the actor, Silk Spectra 2, and Night Owl fucking to that in a sex scene in Watchmen. It was, that is to me, like, I'm mentioning it because I think that it is one of the worst uses of popular music in cinema. Like, it's horrible.
It doesn't fit at all.
Not at all.
Like, I would understand operatic music, but why Leonard Cohen?
do you think there was a reason for that specific piece, or just to be jarring?
The time it was written.
Well,
Recognize the song.
So again, what I think the thing is too about it is that ultimately it shows like how little Zack Snyder understood Watchmen. Like, I could pick a billion scenes. I'm a huge Watchmen fan. That's my favorite comic of all time. And graphic novel. Sorry for those folks out there who can get angry at me about it. But Watchmen, that scene in Watchmen in the graphic novel is like, okay, like, you know, they had tried to hook up earlier, it didn't help, and now they're having this like weird kind of kinky thing going on after saving a bunch of people, right? Like, that's what the sex scene is in the graphic novel. In the movie,
they break a couple arms.
Tries to make it like look into some like huge, like amazing moment between these two people, and it's just, oh man, it's horrible.
I didn't really, no, it didn't make. I understand why it's a terrible scene. But to me, the actress who played it was hot as fuck. So I was like, I'm into it. But at the same time, the music is what ruins it for me. It's a weird musical choice for me.
It's an egregious musical choice. That's what I'll call it. It's an egregious musical choice because
watching that movie as a kid,
because that song, Hallelujah. Yes, yeah. When I was 13 years old, when I was a 13-year-old boy and that movie came out and I watched it, I was like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's hot.
I probably didn't know who Leonard Cohen was.
Yeah, same here. But now I did just rewatch that movie, rewatching it as an adult, and
It's out of place.
It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's a terrible scene, and as I said, that is one of the best songs written of the 21st century. Like, just in terms of the composition of the song.
Was it 21st?
Sorry, of the 20th. What year are we in? That's one of the best songs of the 20th century. It's a beautiful song, and it just got butchered in this Watchmen sex scene, and it's just despicable, and that's all I got to say.
Surprising that you mentioned Leonard Cohen, because a lot of people thought that in the OG Justice League that it was Zack Snyder who put the Leonard Cohen song at the beginning of the film.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Joss Whedon did that with the music.
Oh, did he really?
I'm pretty sure.
Because that looks like a very Zack Snyder opening.
Well, it may have been
but
Zack
it didn't
Snyder.
exist in this movie, so I think you're probably right.
Maybe he's regretting it. He regretted it.
Yeah.
Or he was just like, eh.
Yeah. But no, that was bad.
Or it was Joss Whedon.
So anyone else got anything to argue against that? I think everyone agrees that it's bad unless you're a 13-year-old boy who's really never even watched porn before.
Yeah, that's like...
So I've watched The Watchmen once.
Yeah.
I do remember that scene.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad at the time, but now listening to your take on it. Yeah, at the very best, it's out of place.
Yeah. But it's, as I said, it's more than out of place because of what that song is. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to leave it off at. Sigh of relief. I think I had, as I said, maybe some better picks, but I needed to say that one. Yeah. I needed to say that on the episode. Yasha, Or not Yasha. Brian.
Just skipping
Third
me
round.
over.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to.
Man of Steel. The opening scene with Russell Crowe flying on a, what was that? Like a space bird? Like a space.
It's like a giant insect bird thing. And what's so confusing about it is that he's the only one.
Yeah. Like it's a special thing.
Like everyone else has like spaceships and shit. He's got a bug.
Like I found it so silly that it just I can take this. I can take it seriously. Like what came after, right?
Okay, so bad scene, but the thing is, and I've watched it, and I almost considered adding that to my list of worst scenes because it was bad, man. And it that came out post-watch, and it's so Avatar. Like it's just like we're trying to be Avatar and Superman. It didn't work, but there's way worse scenes in Man of Steel. That's all I'm gonna say.
There are, but I just when I think of that movie, I just remember that opening scene.
Okay.
It's a bit of a personal take, but yeah, it's.
What's your take? You could probably.
What was your scene?
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Russell Crowe flying on a bug.
Oh,
like
was it a bug or was it like a reptile?
I don't know. Dude. Like,
no one knows.
What was it?
No one knows.
A Kryptonian animal.
Yeah, Kryptonian animal. What do you think?
I
don't even think that deserves.
I honestly thought, for me personally, that was the coolest scene Russell Crowe has ever been in his life.
I do think that scene where I'm going to disagree with you on it is that it's the best shot scene of the movie.
Like where the
visually, it is a splendor.
It's literally a new.
The bug is stupid.
I mean, depending on for the diehard.
But it's the bug. Yeah,
Kryptonian lore and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask.
It probably makes sense.
Like it's got to be from
animation-wise, though. It's probably dumb.
Yeah, check it out, Brian. While we continue shitting on your pick,
but it's just like
the bug has to probably be from actual comics. If it is, then this pick is a wash. Like,
I mean, personally,
you need to find that out right now.
It's probably from like lore.
All
if
right.
not, it's probably just Zack Snyder taking a jerking off at his
own what is
flying bug?
Is it a real thing?
Man of Steel.
I would assume this planet would have alien life other than these humanoids. So I mean,
man, why is this so hard to find? This is like incredibly.
Look up the scene from.
I think it was just made up, man.
I don't know.
What's his character's name? Jor-El.
Jor-El.
Does he have like a personal?
I'm looking it up.
Pet in the comics.
Right, flying animal scene in Man of Steel.
Jor-El's flying. This is probably so boring. Flying animal.
Flying bug.
Oh yeah, it is. There you go.
He has a flying.
Haraka. That was its stupid name.
Yeah,
was a female used as a mode of transport on Krypton. And let's see. It is.
Does it look the same?
It is from comics,
Where
my
is
friend.
it?
It is from comic lore.
I don't see it.
Haraka is from comic lore. So
where?
It's
How
just
do you spell it?
It's HRAKA. Haraka.
That's right.
This is a big moment right now. You got a really good draft going.
I only see the movie.
Just type in Haraka DC, you bitch.
Oh, here.
I'm looking up Haraka comics. Yeah, dude. There's tons.
Yeah, it's an insect.
Tons of Haraka comics, man.
But
yeah, let's see.
Brian
you know what? The comics are stupid.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Oh my God, we've pissed off so many people this episode. Like, we haven't even said really anything controversial yet. This is going to be our most hated episode.
Pissed off so much that no one's watching.
Yeah, no one's watching, but like when people see it, man, I'm telling you. All right. Anyways,
I'm not even a diehard Superman.
All right. So Haraka is from the comics.
What's wrong with that?
Appearances. First appearance was Man of Steel: The Fate of Krypton, and then so it came before the movie.
Yep,
Yasha.
Random bug.
It is stupid though.
Right.
My choice though.
Yeah, your choice. End of last pick of round 3.
Last pick of round 3.
It's gonna be your best pick yet.
No, best pick is gone. But for round 3 here we go. It's BVS again, unfortunately.
Oh my god! Wow, 3 BVS.
I have to say it.
Oh my god.
It's another eyesore that pisses me off.
Okay.
I don't know. This might be up for debate, but when fucking Clark Kent goes to interview Bruce Wayne, they're in that banquet hall scene where they're just meeting each other for the first time.
And it doesn't.
And the fact that Clark Kent doesn't know who Bruce Wayne is.
Good point. And doesn't.
And the fact that Bruce Wayne is so stupid not to understand that was Superman wearing glasses.
And also doesn't.
And then Lex Luthor shows up.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's the big part.
And says both their names fully, as if he knows them both.
Like
And
wink,
he-
wink.
And he knows who they are in incognito. And literally talking to each other.
That was a dumb scene,
It was a dumb scene.
but maybe it's fine for a 3rd round.
No, that was stupid.
We're leaving a lot on the board with that pick, I think.
Can we mention some honoraries? I feel
Well,
like
no. Here's the thing: we're gonna go through round 4, and then
Okay.
because we don't know what the gods of internet random picking is gonna pick for us yet.
how are we picking that random?
I got a random picker
Generator?
on my.
We're gonna
Computer.
have like a little wheel that we spin
I'm not gonna say the website because I don't.
for reasons.
Yeah, want us to get sued or something. But all right, Yasha, what was that pick again? Batman, Superman.
The fact that Clark Kent didn't know who Bruce Wayne was.
Okay, Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne meeting.
Hey, but that's from the comics, right? Huh. There we go.
I think going 3 BVS was really bold, but we're gonna see what happens right here. Let me. That was okay. Then that round, just a recap. That round was I picked Hallelujah sex scene. Brian got Man of Steel, Russell Crowe flying on a bug. Okay, we shat on that pick so hard. I got to shit on Yasha's a little harder. Like that pick, Yasha's pick is way worse than the flying on the bug. Flying on the bug is the worst. That scene is terrible.
No, it's not.
And you, oh man, well,
How is that terrible compared to this scene? This scene is fucking stupid as fuck. Clark Kent, top journalist in his persona.
is he top journalist?
He's like supposed to be this great
I thought
journalist.
he was
and
just
shit
like
that.
starting
I
out.
thought it
No?
was like
No,
an average.
no, this is like his years on the job journalist. Doesn't know who the fuck Bruce Wayne is. First time ever seeing Bruce Wayne's face.
A billionaire.
A fucking billionaire who owns he's the fucking hero of a city across the lake.
Owns Wayne Enterprises of Wayne Enterprises.
Literally, and he doesn't understand. He literally is just starting to try to find out who he is.
It is a dumb scene, but
When I first saw it, all those years ago,
it's a different type of dumb.
yeah.
It's another one.
Where
I
they're
feel
trying to
like
make it suspenseful.
I
Where
was
it's like
just gonna
these
say,
guys trying to look
I
at
think-
each other for the first
I
time.
think all of Yasha's picks right now are like most of you, basically all your picks are like all the stuff that we were building up to, and then like it disappointed. Pretty much, like that's what your picks are. That's not
what I'm
me
trying to
saying
say.
that they're bad
Stuff
picks.
that
That's
was
just
like
what you're saying.
showing a buildup of intensity, but weren't
Yeah.
really intense. It was just a farce.
Yeah, but they're all from BVS. All right, we're going on to round 4, which means
Well, this is the one where I have a different choice from DC.
You know what time it is. That's round or not. Get your best ready. Then spin that wheel. Get in the wild card round. Yeehaw!
All right. I like it.
wild
That's
card.
the best.
Wow, that's the best one.
Yep.
All right, so to explain the wild card round, we have created 6 potential rules that could dictate our picks in the draft this round. The order remains the same. I go first, Brian second, Yasha third. I'm going to give the potential rules right now before we pick them. So our first potential rule is that we would have to select a moment that involves a character whose name starts with L. Next, we would have to involve the next one would be a character whose name starts with X. Much harder than L. None of us have mentioned a scene involving a female character. That's the third potential choice. Fourth potential choice is from DC Universe. which is basically almost all of the draft tonight. From 300, and then final Bizarro draft, which means that we would then have to pick the best Zack Snyder moment instead.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Wheel is spinning. We got the number. Here we go. We just got the hardest one. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Character whose name starts with X.
So that has to be the pick.
So this round, we each must select a scene that involves a character whose name starts with X.
Any Zack Snyder film.
Any Zack Snyder film has to involve a character whose name starts with X. So I am going to kick it off, and I think I've got a great pick. I am going with the all my picks are now so sex related. I'm going with the Xerxes orgy pick.
That's the only one.
Yeah, Xerxes orgy scene. That scene is so okay. Here's what's so bizarre about it. Ultimately, that scene is Xerxes trying to convince someone to like switch over from his allegiances to Sparta over to the Persian Empire. If you're trying to convince someone to do that, you think you'd do a little bit better than inviting him to an orgy that involves people that are missing limbs, some weird half goat, half man. Like that is the worst attempt to convince anyone ever.
I'd be like, fuck you.
I'd be like, fuck you. I don't want to fuck any of this.
I would literally, if I was that guy, that hunchback, I would be like, I'm going back. I'm going back to homogenous space.
Yeah, see you guys later. I do not need to find out what that half goat, half dude's penis looks like. Here's the problem,
though. And it's funny with 300. But it just shows you the very essence of the over-exaggerated propaganda thing Spartans were doing. In Frank Miller's view, anyway.
Yeah.
Because I know Frank Miller got shit on for this, his comic book a lot.
Yeah.
Even though, like, the whole excuse is that, it's the Spartan view. It's the Spartan point of view.
Well, I think he also was pretty
The movie
clear
itself is Iraq War propaganda. In many respects.
Okay. Whoa. Bomb dropped. Hot take alert.
Fuck you, Bush. Anyway, what I'm trying to get at is
how are you shitting on my scene pick with this?
I'm not shitting on your scene pick. I'm justifying it.
Oh, you're helping me.
Yeah, I understand why you
okay. All right.
Because this is the only one of few Zack Snyder characters whose name starts with X.
All right.
Yeah, do you have anything against it? I think it's a perfect pick, as I said. Xerxes orgy.
So I will just go out and say Xerxes is the only character that I know.
Yeah. There's no problem. We can all use the same character. You just can't pick the orgy scene.
There's other scenes. There's like 6 other scenes, which are interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the orgy scene was a good pick. That was just that was like a Martha pick.
I think it's good, but
so I'm gonna have to use Xerxes here.
Yeah.
And the one other scene that I remember was after all that, when he fucking throws a spear at Xerxes.
Yeah, that's the
and
scene.
It just grazes and like it takes off some of his like fucking face rings.
Yeah.
And like
it's so bad. Because you know what's so bad about it too? Is that it's supposed to be the like he proved that he can bleed. They won! You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like this. They did it! You know, he could have stabbed him right in the head with the spear, but instead he just makes him bleed.
Yeah, after all that.
You
miss. He choked.
He choked. He did choke. It was like Yasha's first pick. The other picks were good. Yasha's first pick, though.
And equally, like, the guy's reaction is, like, terrible. Like, he's like, oh my god, I can bleed? No shit. Like,
yeah, no fucking shit. How did you not fall when you were a child? Like, I'm sorry, you see, like, 3-4-year-olds, they're just covered in scabs because they're just running around, falling around all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how he never figured out that he could bleed before.
Like, the proper reaction that would have maybe saved the scene was, like, Xerxes, like, just, like, snickering or, like, smiling or just, like, you missed.
Yeah.
No, he's like...
He's devastated.
Yeah. Like...
Yeah. As I said, it's supposed to be this, like, big, like...
And then we're like...
They won moment, you know? Yeah. But it wasn't.
All right.
Good pick.
My pick now.
All right, this is the hardest pick of the draft right here. What are you going with?
It's a scene after Leonidas sees the oracles.
Is it with Xerxes? It has
Well,
to be an X, bro.
yeah, I know, but it's a scene where he's in it.
Okay.
But it's where Xerxes is giving gold to the oracles, bribing them for giving them false information,
Okay.
or for giving information to Leonidas. But they were
It's
actually on the
basically-
side. Shut
Okay.
up. They were actually on the side of Xerxes in the end. But the thing is that Xerxes is disguised as a big black Mr. T looking dude. And then in the shadow, he transforms back into a very tall Hispanic bald dude. Even though it's like a silhouette of Xerxes, his face goes from a big fat black dude to tall skinny
Yeah.
after the bribe
I
is
mean, the
finished.
stupid thing is like they're paying them. With
These are
their
supposed to be
gold.
these are supposed to be
Yeah.
Persians, right?
Like, here's no value.
Here's no value.
Our
It's like
inflation is
invest-
shit. Here's
Invest-
our goal.
Invest in the stock. If you do a good job of betraying Sparta, and we win,
Basically,
your gold is gonna work.
Basically, here's what you gotta do. Just, fucking give us gold.
And these
give
guys-
us gold, man.
And these guys
Here's
are supposed to be
podcast.
Persian looking dude, but it's just a big African dude, and then transforms into a tall Hispanic dude playing a Persian guy.
And that probably personally upsets you, I would assume.
Oh yeah, this movie was offensive,
Yeah.
but I understood the logic behind it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like, Persian Empire had a rich history, bro.
They did a lot more than just get sliced by
I think of
one dude in
Xerxes.
300
I think of a
years.
statue of a guy. I've seen a picture of the statue of Xerxes. It's literally a dude with a beard
Yeah.
and the hat, cool hat. And literally there's statues and sphinxes and stuff like that of him. But in this movie they were just like, oh, I know what we're gonna do. We wanna make him shapeshift into Mr. T.
A Hispanic Mr. T.
With fucking gold chains all around him and shit. And then we're gonna make him transform back into Xerxes again.
All right. Well, I think that's about
That's
it.
the only
what
scene I
other-
could think of.
What other character?
That's the only scene I can think
What other
of.
character starts with the X? I don't know.
That's the only one.
Yeah, I think
I
it
can
was
think
just
of.
Xerxes.
That's very
basically.
common. knowledge.
Yeah, that was just Xerxes, basically. I
What
was
a
wondering
stupid
if someone
choice.
else was going to... I didn't choose it.
What a
The
stupid
gods
rule.
chose it. The gods chose it.
Your gods are
Who
false.
wrote these?
You were right here in the room when I wrote them.
I
right.
mean, we don't. Dude.
All right, folks. That's the draft. Let me give a quick summary. I won, by the way. I won.
You did not. You're
So my picks, Martha, Superman on Fire, Watchmen Hallelujah, sex scene, and Xerxes orgy. I love with my picks, I got great picks. I got sexy picks, and I got picks that are just all from different movies. Brian, your picks. Joker, Justice League scene, Humans burying Mother Box. That still gets me every time. Man of Steel, Russell Crowe flying on a bug. Also good. And the Xerxes spear.
I
Very
feel like
good draft.
I won. Do you know why? Okay,
Why?
Go read.
No, why? No, tell.
Because I feel like you obviously easy choice with Martha.
Yeah,
Everyone after that was solid, but
Yeah.
not
no, run away.
yeah.
I don't
I
think
feel
you're.
except for the little hiccup with my little Russell Crowe joke because it is lore accurate, but it's still shit.
Brian, we had to shit on you for something. All right, Yasha.
You tell me.
Oh, Yasha, your picks. Beginning of BVS, flashback / dream, Superman in the Senate in BVS,
Good.
Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne meeting in BVS, and Xerxes giving gold to the oracles for providing false information and being offensive to Persians all over the world.
That is second place at least. You know it.
It is good. All right.
You
know
know
what,
it
though?
to be true.
We will let the internet decide. We'll post up a poll. Who won the draft? Vote. Anyways, other than that, I don't got anything to say. You got anything to say, Brian?
Zack Snyder sucks.
He makes interesting movies.
Anything to say, Yasha?
I already said it. Zack Snyder.
If you're watching this, fuck you.
I'll say it for Yasha. Like and subscribe.
Zack Snyder.
Like and subscribe.
Wait. Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Make a good movie for me, please. I'm sad. Please help. Make a good movie. I'm really I'm hankering for a good movie, and you're making me sad with these terrible movies. Make sure to like and subscribe.
All right. And stay hip, indie friends. Also, once again, We want free shit. Give us free shit, bro. Sponsor the video. We're very cheap. You give us a free hat, maybe a little bit of weed. Give us a fucking pack of rolling papers. We'll shout you out in the video. That's all I got to say. That's it for tonight.
We're ready to show out.
Peace.
Ah, there we go.
I'll be in my trailer.